So I noticed it this morning, and I called and they reversed the charge. And then while I was there on the phone with PayPal, there's somebody that filed they didn't receive their item even with the tracking number like 6 months ago or something. They said, yeah, this is on your books. And I said, just refund it and get it off my books. They said, I'm closing my eBay, so I'm going to be disconnecting eBay entirely from PayPal. My PayPal is going to be back on my other sites. So it's a little bit of a money drain here because I have to always leave enough for everyone to steal everything on eBay. But fortunately, I've been making less eBay sales, so I've had less theft. I'm actually regret it when I hear the ka-ching from eBay. I've had so many thefts in the last 6 months, even with video surveillance, even with 327 people being arrested and prosecuted. Some are in jail now. Because I have court-backed surveillance, guys. If you stole from Keywebco in the last 5 years, you're going to jail. I didn't submit all that stuff to the courts because I'm still selling on eBay. Well, I'm off eBay now. Now it's time to make my money back. So I've turned everything over to the courts. I have over 350 that I submitted. They arrested 327 of them. Why is the ratio so high, you might wonder? Because I have court-backed swan surveillance. I kept good documentation of all the communications. I put all that together in a file and I just sent it off to the court for public records. I informed the court and the Postmaster General office where those public records were stored. They came and looked. They're excited. How many sellers have court-backed surveillance? Almost none. Even the big companies don't even have court-backed surveillance. Some do, but very few. Most of them have surveillance and good lawyers. There's a difference between court-backed surveillance and regular surveillance. Court-backed surveillance, it's a matter of public record and usable in court. Without equivocation, it's verified that it hasn't been altered or changed in any way. Plus, I'm certified to testify in the Supreme Court, grand juries, Congress, all kinds of stuff. My life is different before. So I'm certified to testify for the Department of Homeland Security, for FBI, and mostly for the Department of Mental Health. That's where my license is coming from. So, when I informed the Postmaster General's office where the public records were stored, they looked at them. They were very excited. They sent me a message back, we're going to prosecute all of these people. I said, well, that's up to you. I don't get anything for this, guys. Nothing. You understand, they're being prosecuted for fraud, felony fraud. All postal fraud is a felony. Has nothing to do with the dollar amount or my returns. Those are already closed. Those are already reported to the IRS as theft. I don't get anything back. But those people are getting arrested. No, they're already arrested, a whole bunch of them. Hey! Cut that crap out! I don't want to hear you barking! No! Look at that little monster! What are you barking at? What are you barking at, you little monster? He wants a treat. Hey, shut up!
Somebody stole the trees.
Get down! Quit your barking! Shut up!
Somebody stole the trees.
I'm gonna slam on the brakes! I'm gonna slam on the brakes! Tap the brake, he gets down because he didn't do it the other day. I slammed on the brake, he could fly over the front seat. I caught him over here. Now when I say I will slam on the brakes, he normally gets down. Yeah, he wants treats. I think the cat's got the treats.
Somebody stole it.
Because my employee had his bag on the roof of my car. It's a great big bag. It's the one we carry the packages in. And in the pockets, he always puts little dog treats because, we have a guard dog. We have these dogs. We have several dogs. So he uses the treats to get him to do what he wants. Well, he gets in the car this morning and he's like, somebody got on the roof and ate the treats. Well, he thought it was the dogs. I think it was the cats. Because those are cat prints on the windshield. You see the cat prints on the windshield? Those are cat prints, see them? Look. Cat print.
What?
That's a cat print.
Oh, yeah.
That's who got your treat, the cats. So the cat's got the dog treat, so Harry's all upset because he hasn't had any treats. Oh, man. I'm going to miss the eBay a little bit, but it's been a nightmare for 2 years now. Year really bad. 2 years kind of bad. I mean, sales were really good until they flipped the switch. That means change search engine. So, global stores doing okay. Trugether is a pain in the butt. I hate to say it, but I do make money there, but Trugether is a pain in the butt. Let me explain what I mean by that. I never see their frickin' orders. Even on their website, I never see a notification. I never hear a ka-ching. I never get the emails until like the next day or 2 days after. It's really bad to find out if you have a sale on Trugether. You just never know about it unless you read every email. I got 100,000 emails a day. I'm not reading those. So, years ago, I was on Trugether with eBay, and I had the same situation. Back then, I was really busy on eBay. And I had the Shopify, but I was only selling like 10 things a day there. But I had Trugether, and I was actually I do very well on Trugether, guys. I love that platform. The semi over is going to go anywhere. I love the platform, except for when you make a sale, you never know about it. So years ago, I was using ShipStation. Paying to use ShipStation. Well, Trugether didn't have ShipStation, so I called the owner up and I said, hey, add ShipStation to your thing, and then I won't miss any of the sales. He did that. 6 months, a year went by. Lots of sales on Trugether. Never missed an order. Everything just running smoothly. But then eBay rolled out, you can't use ShipStation for their guaranteed delivery crap, which was a big, stupid waste of money. So I got rid of ShipStation. Well, again, then I started missing a few orders. When I say miss an order, that means I didn't catch it for a day or two. I like to process everything the same day. A couple I missed altogether. Didn't even see them. Little things I didn't even notice. Because I didn't see the money change in PayPal enough to notice there. Like little $5 and $10 items. So, once I took off the ShipStation, again, now for the last, 3 years, I've had no way to know when I sell something on Trugether. I check the site every day, but they don't even put their orders in chronological. They're alphabetical, I think. So you have to scroll through everything you've ever sold through them to see if you have a new order. It's a little bit of a nightmare. So on the phone today, when I was talking to PayPal, I asked PayPal to do me a solid. I asked them to send a recommendation upstairs. They did. They wrote it out. It's been about an hour on the phone with me. The recommendation is basically kind of like an email proxy. Anything that PayPal sends out as an email, like every time you have a transaction, you get a notification. Every time it gets shipped, you get a notification. All of those are coded separately. It would be very easy for PayPal to link that code to a texting program. I would even pay for it. That got their attention. So, what I'm trying to do with PayPal, and I'm going to be on the phone with them again later today. We're going to get this set up. I'm going to try to get PayPal to relent. Because they already have this system available, guys. They thought about it a while ago. I'm going to try to get them to add that as a little bit of a service on PayPal. Meaning, you can opt for a text message every time your item's shipping changes. You can opt for it, and it's noted. You have to get the email from PayPal first. So it would basically be the same emails that end up in your inbox, but it would be where you can choose to get a text message. Like, what I would want is only thing I would want whenever a new cash transaction happens on PayPal, send me a text message. It could even just be the link to the email, but send me a message so I can see every PayPal transaction that has a sale. We found a toy. Every PayPal transaction that has a sale, I would see as a text notification, and it would be to the email, so it wouldn't matter which platform it actually came from. I discussed in great detail with PayPal today the value of not relying on data from platforms as a seller. I explained to them. They looked at my account. They said, "Oh my God." These are direct ones. What happened with eBay? Not a thing. They changed the search engine. So this is unbelievable. It's like one day you're going 100, 150 items. The next day, 60. The next day you didn't have any. And then it's only been a few since then. I said, yep. Shut up! It's only been, sorry, the dog's so bad. Quiet!
Get down.
Get down!
It's afraid to get down.
I know. That's why, because they went flying the other day. Shh!
Ouch.
Quiet! Smack him in the nose. I can't have that. Quiet, or I'm going to smack you in the nose. And if I do it, it's going to hurt. He knows what that means. All right. So I hope they do it. It would be very easy. I'd even pay a monthly fee for that. You know, $5 a month, $6 a month on your account to get text messages of every transaction. Hey, nothing for them to do. Another thing that I suggested to PayPal. I like PayPal. Another thing that I suggested to PayPal is that they try to start linking inventory for sellers. What difference does it make what platform you're on? PayPal processes a financial transaction. It doesn't matter what platform it's on. It has access to those individual. Hey! This person's trying to make insurance money. Did you see that? This new Camaro is trying to make insurance money. They pulled in front of me and slammed on their brakes. I bet it's a scumbag. Scumbag. Yeah. People will buy a car, take out insurance, drive down the highway and try to get rear-ended. Then they don't make their car payments. All right, so if PayPal, let me finish with the PayPal thing. One of the things I discussed with them today too, and this is a little bit out of their venue, but it is very easy to do, actually, as easy as this kind of thing is. I suggested to them that they do something like Nimble. Easily transfer. They don't have to monitor inventory or anything like that. They could. But easily be able to transfer from one site to another your listings. They could do that extremely easy. They wouldn't even take much changes to their API because they're in every platform. If you use PayPal on that platform, they have access to that listing. So instead of actually having a separate copy of your listing on a server somewhere, wherever you list, doesn't matter which platform that you listed on, PayPal could do what Nimble does. Push this button and have this listing appear on all your other sites too. One inventory control off of the primary listing. Sell somewhere else and adjust the primary listing. Very easy for them to do that. They're already adjusting the sales information and the transaction. All they have to do is add one more field and adjust the inventory number. That's a string of code about, well, in their system it would be pages, but the actual initiation is only about that long. That definitely got their attention too, because people pay hundreds of dollars for that. Nimble alone is $50 a month. Nimble's awesome, guys. If you're on one website, no matter which of the other ones they are, the inventory is controlled between a lot of them. You push a button and it's on all your sites. You push a button, it comes down from all your sites. It sells on one and adjusts on the other. Very reasonable rate. Nimble does that. Shopify does it if you base everything in Shopify. But see, PayPal has a much better opportunity. Even Nimble is still copying from one, sending it to another. PayPal wouldn't even have to do that. They would be doing it, but they wouldn't be downloading and then uploading. They would literally grab the listing from here, grab its data, put its data in another site. Not download it, alter it, put it in the other site. Stream the data down, stream the data into the correct fields. All automated. It would cost them nothing to do that. A couple $1 million to set it up, rocking and rolling. So I have a call with PayPal later this afternoon. I used to talk with eBay like that. For the last couple years, I have not been advising eBay. As soon as I found out they were switching that platform, that was it. So that's kind of what's been going on this morning. I also want you to check out all of my bells and whistles and little goodies. Before I tell them to look, let me check to make sure it actually works. Could you open keywebco.com, please? All the way to the website. Don't just hand me the phone to type it in for you. Keywebco.com. You got it? I'm going to show you some of my bells and whistles. Guys, go to keywebco.com. Oh, let me see here. All right. You know what? You haven't even opened your phone yet. Let me go to Facebook. I'm going to read your message up close. I can lean over, but it's kind of far away. So they are on Facebook. So let me look at the comments there. Oh, wait. Darn it, wrong page. Sorry. My live stream came up, but on the wrong page where I can't see your comments. Hold on. I want to be able to read it well, so I can really read what you're saying. If I ask my employee to read it, he won't be able to read it either. Yeah, I can kind of see what you're saying, but I want to read this properly. I want to answer your question correctly. Here we go. All right, Susan. Let me turn your volume down. I have a case number. Tell them again when the seller sends out tracking notifications. Tell them. Okay. I have a case number. Tell them again when the seller sends out tracking notifications. Tell them to get my address confirmed when it is confirmed already. It says ship from third party. They don't have issues. Been working on this for 6 months. They send me a notification once a month. You know, send me a private message. I want to chat with you about that. Yes, I'm new to the third-party notices. See, I have AliExpress. I am manually... See, on Shopify it's done for me. I don't have to worry about that. But I sell on, like, Together. Okay? When I fill an order, I literally have to copy the name, copy the address, copy everything over to Shopify, create an order, fill the order in Obella, then it goes to AliExpress, then I pay, then they ship. Okay? Yeah, send me a private message so I can get more details from you. We'll do it after, my show, maybe a little later on today. Just kind of peek in there and we'll chit-chat at leisure. eBay, okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, I have never done third-party selling on eBay. I thought about it. It is problematic. They are trying to get rid of any drop shipping on eBay, period. Why? Because it's your product that they've invested in China. eBay owns the same thing you're selling from the same drop ship companies. They're not going to let you come up in search. That's what I ran across without being a drop shipper. I bought $1 million of inventory and have it in my warehouse. That's the same products that you would be drop shipping from China. It's the same things that eBay puts in the top of their search because they've invested in those manufacturers in China and selling companies. You are going to lose your shirt drop shipping on eBay, and as the platform changes more and more and more, it's going to be less and less and less that you sell. And then they're going to start making you jump through all kinds of hoops. They're going to try to kick you off eBay every opportunity they have. They're going to look at your shipping metrics. They're going to check every zip code in every listing you have. Unless you know where your manufacturer is actually shipping the product from, you're screwed on eBay. I don't know where my manufacturers are shipping the product from. In my global store at keywebco.com, if you live in China and the warehouse is in China that has the item that's closest to you, that's where it comes from. As a matter of fact, I'm making more money in Russia than I am in the United States because I drop ship. They have warehouses in Russia. They order from me in Russia from a warehouse down the street. So I have no clue what zip code of origin my product is going to come from. You can buy something in the United States that you think is coming from China, but it's sitting in a warehouse. eBay's probably. Here in the U.S., it gets fulfilled here in the U.S. You get it in a couple days. That same item can be ordered from another person on the other coast, but for the computer, it's actually more efficient to ship it from the UK. So they may have to wait 2 weeks. Same person ordering the same item on the same day. One in California, one in New York. The one, it would probably be the one in California that'd be waiting. The one in New York would be shipped from the U.S. warehouse. That would be, I think, in Michigan. I think that's where eBay stuck up one of them. And then the other might come from China.
How they made them?
All ordered at the same time. Same manufacturer, same supplier. So you never know with Keywebco.com exactly the shipping speed. That's why I don't tell anyone. I say, hey, your item can get there anywhere from a week to 3 weeks. Nothing over 3 weeks. I have a few items that take longer than that, but most of it's 2 weeks. So I tell my buyers, I have to rewrite my policy to make it more clear. I need to do that on Together. That's where it's not written like that. It says it takes very time, but I'm not specific. But I need to rewrite my policies at Keywebco.com to make it very clear. It's like, hey, you're going to get the item from the closest warehouse it is. Wherever that happens to be. That's where it happens to be. Shipping. Shipping. I guess you're asking what type of shipping I use. I use whatever at Keywebco.com. When I ship on eBay, I only use United States Post Office. Every once in a blue moon, we'll use FedEx. Every once in a blue moon. But that's because I use pirate shipping and I get bulk. I get cubic shipping rates. If you're not using pirate shipping, regular packages are just about the same as eBay. Some are cheaper on pirate shipping. But cubic is a game changer. I'm able to ship things that sometimes cost $50 and $60 for $15. Yeah. Well, what was the biggest savings we had on cubic? What was the biggest amount you saved on cubic from a single package?
$40.
$40. One item alone saved me $40. So you might want to check out pirate shipping. Check that out. All right, so we'll have a chit chat in private chat where we can talk about details in more detail. All right, so I'm hoping that I can get the PayPal to give me the text notifications from the emails. That should not be that hard. And I'm influencer enough that I should be able to get that done without much difficulty. In other words, I call PayPal, they look me up, they know who I am. And not just because of my sales, they know who I am from social engagement. So I'm going to work really hard on that. I'm doing it for myself, guys. I'm doing it for my own business. So together, I can get the notifications. I don't like missing sales. I miss a sale. When I say miss a sale, that means if 24 hours goes by from the time the buyer is paid and I haven't seen the sale, I've missed it. Because I've already lost a repeat buyer on that item. I'm going to tell you guys flat out, you want repeat buyers? Process their sale within hours of them ordering. Even if you don't actually take it to the post office and ship it. Now, if you're drop shipping, of course, you have to wait. But even if you don't have to, even if you can't take it to the post office and ship it. Like, for example, I wake my employee up at 3 o'clock in the morning. If we have a $400 sale somewhere, my employee gets up out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, even though it doesn't need to be processed till the next day. He will get up out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning. We'll do our video inspection. Remember, I do the court back surveillance. We'll do the video inspection to make sure the item's good. He will print that label by 3:30. We're not going to take it to the post office until 9 o'clock in the morning. But I'm a global store. That might be just before someone leaves their office that day. They can look, oh my gosh, I just ordered that an hour ago. He's already processing that. They will remember that transaction, even if it's subliminally. You might get another sale. If you don't process your order quickly when that buyer looks back and expecting to see it done by, you'll never get another sale from them again. Oh, come on, idiot. Really bad drivers here. Okay. Tell us more. Send a link. Okay, well, you know what? You want to find out a bunch of stuff? Let me do this real quick while I'm driving. You know what? I'm going to give you a link that you can find everything I'm doing. I hope I do this right. Oh, I know. Capital letter K. All right, that is a link to my app. Now, that's a bit.ly link because I can remember how to type it. but it's that particular app is my Keywebco app. And if you look at all those different links there, you can see all the stuff I'm involved in. What you're going to want to check out for information are 2 sites. You want to go to Helpful Tips. That's helpfultips.strikingly.com. That's for my show. By the way, Debbie Does Sales has a show at 6 p.m. on her YouTube channel, and Keywebco, me, has a show at 7 p.m. We're going to be talking about my affiliate program, where you can actually copy a link of mine, make it into your own affiliate link, share it around, you get paid 5% if it sells. Not big money, but that's 5% standard. I give you a 10% bonus on anything over, a certain dollar amount. I have a lot of $3 items. I can't give you 10% on those. So I just set the standard rate at 5%, and then I try to bump everything up to 10%, and I do that as a monthly bonus. So you get paid 5%, but then you get a bonus, and it should equal about 10% of all the items, 10% value. So I'm going to be talking about that at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time at the Keywebco YouTube channel. But go to the helpfultips.strikingly.com site, helpfultips, one word, .strikingly.com, and scroll down till you see an image that says do more. Do more. Click that image. Now, that is a blog. It is not designed for SEO. That means it's going to load really crappy and very slow. But I did that on purpose. That one blog, if you're in business, everything you need to know is in that one blog. Everything. I have put 10 years of experience, and there's still a few more things I could have, but I have put 10 years of experience. I build websites. I do all kinds of stuff. I put 10 years experience and information, how I did everything, and the apps and everything I need. All that is in that one blog. Now, like I said, it's going to load very slow. You'll have to click all the little embeddeds, and it's going to take you to more blogs. It will take you 6 months to read that entire blog if you click each of the embedded links and read every blog. I do have podcasts at the top of many of those to make it faster. You just listen to it instead of having to read it all. But you do need to skim down and look for the PDFs and videos, because there's a lot of information. So go to helpfultips.strikingly.com, scroll down to the image that says do more, and you will be doing more. All right, guys, I am about where we're going to lose signal. I'm near the VA and near the hospital. Ooh, we're going to dumpster dive when we come back. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I hope you enjoyed this, me rattle on and on and on. I will be back on tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will also be at the Debbie Does Sales channel before my show. I am going to do a little follow-up of Debbie's channel after her show, in my show. Hers is at 6, mine's at 7 Central Standard Time.